Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today, we're going to be reviewing episode 9 of season 1, the second serial in the series, the Dalek arc. This is William Hartnell's first ever season, and obviously, the classic Doctor Who. Spoilers ahead if you haven't checked it out. All episodes are available on BritBox through to the 7th Doctor and the 8th Doctor as well for his short movie. Hit the subscribe button, leave a like, and let me know down below your thoughts on Doctor Who season 1. Enjoy. So this episode was obviously very basic and just straightforward. It was basically Ian and the rest of the group going sort of the four of us sort of went head to toe. Barbara is just being very, very stubborn for no apparent reason, rebelling against Ian. She was sort of on the same side as the Doctor, trying to convince both of them to force the Thousand to battle, whereas Ian wanted them to battle, but he would not force them and allow them to come to the conclusion of fighting the Daleks on their own behalf. Susan was sort of agreeing with Ian, but she was sort of in the middle of all of it and not really doing much. Ultimately, the episode tackles a very basic story. The Daleks monitoring what they're doing, taking screenshots of their whereabouts, see that they're with the Thousand, what they're planning. And ultimately, it was led down to the case of he sort of threatened to take one of them prisoner and sacrifice them, or take their whole legacy and history in this metal box of the 2,000 years of history and destroy it and sacrifice it and basically give it off to the Daleks in exchange for the thing they need for the TARDIS. In a way, Ian did all this in the best way possible to convince the Thousand why they wouldn't fight, why they would need to fight. And it was ultimately so good. Ian just carries this show on his back so well. And I love how there's such a clash between him and the Doctor, but they also agree at times. It's what you need. If you're always agreeing, it'd be boring. But it's good to see there's two males going head to toe with different ideologies, ideas. Barbara and Susan just doing what they want and not really much playing into the story. But yeah, Ian took a punch and it convinced the Thals to go with them. And it led into what would be a trilogy episode, this episode being the first one where they head back towards the Dalek City. Our next episode, the plan gets into action. They lost someone at the end of the episode. I'm not really familiar with all the names. But yeah, it was one of the worst death scenes I think I've ever seen. This swirly tornado thing started happening in the swamp that they went through. That he sort of just got taken and went, I was like, what? But yeah, he ended up dying. There was no remorse or shock that he died, really. They sort of went, nothing we can do. Let's move on. So they head into the mountains. Doctor, Susan, the main Thal guy who came across a few episodes ago, and the woman who Ian was going to take prisoner as a joke. They're like on one side of the town, city, monitoring the Daleks, trying to bring down the electronics and radios and stuff like that so they can't monitor them. So two different groups. It's really cool, a really good setup. As I said, it was very basic, but as I said, the thing that makes these episodes so good is the scenery, the acting, the directing, the writing. Susan is an awful actress. You'll see how awful she is in the next episode. But yeah, this was truly a good episode again. I'm going to give it about 8 out of 10 because nothing really much happened, but still no faults at all. So go check it out for yourself. Let me know down below your thoughts in the description, in the comment section, and I will see what I have to say. And I'll see you in the next one as we have 2 episodes left in the Daleks arc, episode 10, episode 11. Stay tuned and goodbye.